Oh, damn. Latiardi, Fred, Vol, how's it going? Winston, Dope Feed, Gary, Brian, Umar, Mega Bros, and Foxy, or Fox Robin, rather. What's up, everybody? I'm just setting up the YouTube stuff real quick. Oops. There we go. That's all saved now. Good. I don't have super long today because I do have a meeting at 12 o'clock. Yeah. It's solved in such a manner that there are two teams that 4 people can use to clear all 3 lanes. But it doesn't mean that it's free. It requires big investment, and it requires finesse plays. Nice, Ben. Have a great time with the family, man. Alright, I think we're almost ready on this front, I think. The thumbnail on the YouTube should be ready. Okay. Just make sure this is still muted. It's not. Mute it. Alright. Then we pull this one out. Oh, we gotta mute Twitch too. Mute it. And I think that's it. I think we're good. Let's jump into it. Boom! First things first. Let's do some just some daily stuff real quick. We'll do the shops. I gotta log to the other account, do all that kind of stuff too. I don't really want to use this gold on this account because I'm using it to level, so we're just gonna keep leveling instead. Let's see. Leader's done. Iron Man's done. We'll put one more into Vulture. There we go. Vulture gear tier 19. I'm about that life. Oop, no, I had 1,000,000 gold. I'm not. Alright, we're finally caught up on gold to trading materials. So I guess we start hoarding everything again. Alright, so next is gonna be, I guess not Kestrel, right? Well, eventually to be Kestrel. Will it though? Yeah, it'll still be Kestrel over Doom and Dorm. Alright, eventually Kestrel will go to 100, but I think I'll do Hive Mind next. I think I'll do Hive Mind next. I think so. Count's getting there for sure. For sure. Alright, let's buy some Blitz crap. Oh, I also need to check the Discord to see if Onslaught needs me to do any extra war attacks. Boom. Alright, yeah, they need me to do a war attack on Onslaught, so we're gonna race through this stuff. I pretty much did it all, I just need to do the shop. Buy one of those. We already did that. Penny, are you here? Nope. Nobody I care for here. I mean, Doc Ock's not bad. Oh, Penny? Yeah, let's grab one for Penny. 1 diamond for Penny. That's going to pay off. Big. Do we have anything under 200? We got 2 under 200, which probably means we now have nothing. There's Peggy. Okay. You think there will be more Odin unlocks compared to when Mephisto initially released? I think that maybe we're going to be getting 2 Dark Dimensions a year from now on. This is no information from them. One will be a non-level cap gear like Odin is, and one will be a level cap gear thing. Good morning, Steve. Yeah, I didn't stream yesterday because I just got caught up, but is there anything left to do here? Yeah, okay. Just sim the mutants ones. Mutants easy. This is just difficulty base. We had to back off of D2 because D1 we nearly didn't get through. We're going to wait for the tech solution, like... Oh, yeah, hey. By the way, I lost 33 trophies because I lost this one. I actually lost 2 trophies total going 2 and 1. So that's exciting. I'm happy it wasn't 50, though. I'm really happy it wasn't 50, though. Anyway, I raised the shitstorm about, like, how they need to get on that shit quickly. So hopefully they do. Alright, let me just do some arena tasks, because the chances I get back on here are pretty slim. Sure. Oh, I should have put Skrull in. Whoops. Is Sus still outpacing Venom? Yes. Yes, Sus is still... He's not just outpacing, he's necessary. Boom! Oh, he doesn't have Sus either. This might be good. Oh, didn't get the push. Uh-oh. T3 ISO 5 ions? Maybe, Kevin. Or maybe it'll be some other progression system we're not aware of yet. Could be anything. Alright, good. We got the push. Can we push him even further? Hiya! Take this! Good job. Now, Apocalypse. Kill him! Oh, that Logan's dead. So we can just go ahead and punch the Apocalypse here. Hadouken! Alright, good. Go after Gore next, or maybe Black Knight. Regardless, we pretty much win now. Old Man Logan will solo the rest of this, so. In the bag, son. It's in the bag. Or in the game if you're EA, I suppose. Ah, Robbie! Let's get some extra speed bar. Good, good. Black Knight's dead. Gladiator dead. Yeah, everyone's dead. Yeah, I don't think it should be named BD8 either. What's this one? We got an Old Man Logan. Same shit. Same shit, different day. Let's go. We've come full circle. We're back to raid teams that counter a specific origin trait. Close enough. Welcome back, Bionic Avengers. So, yes and no. Here's what I will say. The Orcus raid team is definitely more than just a raid team. The speed that team gets is insanity. Like, Scientist Supreme, 50% speed bar, even outside of the moat. It's going to be Spider Society levels good. I hope everyone's ready for that. Like, this is Spider Society 2.0 with the new meta stats. It's going to be a crazy team. I hope everyone needs to be ready for that. It's not going to be it's not a free walk in the park. That's for damn sure. All right, so Gladiator's dead. Apocalypse isn't dead, but at least he didn't get the speed bar. We kill Logan now, otherwise we lose. And then who is enemy Apocalypse gonna punch? Don't push my Gladiator. Don't push my Gladiator. Don't push my Gladiator. Oh, thank God it didn't push, so he didn't get the speed bar. Perfect. Let's end this Apocalypse before he gets to go. Oh, my Apocalypse has slow. That's not good. But I have ult on Logan, right? Ah, let's get it. Notice our hard counters Pegasus. I probably won't read more into it than that. Oh, yeah. They'll have other ways. Orcus can't be as good as Spider Society? I think you're wrong, man. No, you're super wrong. Dementos, let me talk to you about my friend Mysterio and how Mysterio spawns in with 3 tech bots and then Sentinel, which would give Nimrod 40% speed stat increase. And then he's going to be ulting into Scientist Supreme, putting defense down on everybody, except not on him, because he doesn't get the debuffs from Scientist Supreme, right? It's going to be more than that, guys. It may not be the full 5. I don't think Lady Deathstrike makes the team, and I'm actually okay with that. It's going to be a good team. It's going to be a good team. I can almost guarantee it with the new stats and everything. I mean, I can't guarantee shit because I don't know shit, but I'm assuming it's going to be a really good team. Let's punch this nerd. Get out of here, Apoc! Nobody likes you! Kestrel on Over's the team? Sure. With who? Eternals also does well versus them? Eternals wouldn't get a turn. Eternals would be dead before they get a turn. No, Scientist Supreme would go well before the Eternals do, and so would Nimrod. He'd flip the defense up on them. They would take a crap ton of damage. Doesn't Scientist Supreme put slow out as well? Kestra would be a decent counter, for sure. There'd definitely be ways to make the team still super deadly, though. Or use them on offense, so. Why would you bring the Eternals if Kestrel's going to take the bots away? Scientist Supreme would still go. She'd still put debuffs on everybody. If you bring Kestrel, you definitely don't bring the Eternals. Alright, are we done this one now? We are done this one now, good. I want to buy the pass, but it's such an irresponsible decision on this account. But I want it. I want Ares. You fucking dirks. You jerks. You jerks and Scopely make it so I can't get the freaking pass in 2 accounts. Like Dirks. What up, Run? Oh, Run 7 retiring just as his Sentinel team finally gets put into the game. What a kick in the teeth by Scopely. Oh yeah? You want to retire respectfully? You don't want to talk shit about the game? Well, here's your favorite team, the team you've been clamoring for. Let's see how your self-restraint holds up, Run 7. Grrr. The ultimate test. Quick, Run 7's leaving. Break glass. Get him back here. We need our morning news. This is bullshit. All right, let's get onto the JTD account. We'll do that attack. We'll do everything I need to do on that one, and then we're gonna do tech guide and all that kind of stuff. I had 2 cups of coffee today, if no one could tell. It was a nice try. Gorilla Dan, what's up? Will you be streaming later today for Thanos? Yeah, I'll stream the blog. I'll get Thanos and all that. I have a meeting at 12, and then I think I'll jump back on. But I'm not sure if that is going to be streaming Early Access WoW, which I'm very tempted to get, because it's only $25, because I already upgraded to the current thing. Or if I want to do Black Myth Wukong, because that game is freaking awesome. Yeah. Gaming industry's on fire right now. Hasn't happened yet, Metalhead Lawyer. I'm trying to log into the JTD account. I actually got to get my daily stuff done, otherwise I'll never get it done. And then we'll have the conversation, and I'll show video and stuff. Blog should surely have news and Gladiator event, right? Let's just say, completely irrelevant from the blog. This is nothing to do with the blog, but I understand what you're getting at when you say the Gladiator event. The envoys have been very, very strongly wording to the community managers that the pocket dimension cannot come before at least, it did log in, before at least a third Annihilator is available free to play. They can't do that because it's repeating the same problems of the past. So, it looks like somebody actually already got the team. Yes, Gorilla Dan. I know why that's happening. So we did difficulty 3. I think we already full cleared, right? Yeah. I did difficulty 3. I did the entire lane. I did 2 attacks, and I was like, it's not just Gladiator, by the way. It's anybody. Okay, you want the bug first? You just want to have the conversation about the bug first? I did the entire Mystic lane because it gave us energy, right? Here. So you can just basically see it from these pictures here. So notice, I want you to notice a lot of things here that are very important, okay? It's not just Gladiator's health that's low. Notice that Thanos' health is lower. Notice that Green Goblin's health is lower. Notice that Gore's health is lower. And then notice that Gladiator's health is not just lower by the Mephisto's permanent damage. It's also an additional like 30%, right? You see the hardcore black mark, right? And now this was what I walked into after. So once I did that damage, I backed out, and this is what they spawned in with. So here's what I think is happening, and I'm pretty sure I'm guaranteed to be right on this. The other characters didn't full heal, but Gladiator did. This is the biggest hint we have. The second Mephisto does damage to a character, it does permanent damage to them. Any damage that happens after Mephisto applies permanent damage will get completely healed if that character doesn't die. So if you go from one attack to the other, so like what some people are trying to do is they want to use Mephisto basic on the Empower because it's 50% damage, right? Into the Gladiator, do a couple other attacks, get some energy, whatever the case may be, pull the Void Knight ultimate, end the match, lose the match, go right back in, and then do another Mephisto basic. But that doesn't work because it appears as though any damage that happens after Mephisto touches an enemy character and they have even 1 point of permanent health damage, all other damage is not being recorded for future attacks. This is obviously a huge issue. This is obviously a complicated issue because this is a mechanical kit thing with Mephisto that we've never had before. I'm not sure they can fix this. I'm not sure if they'll want to fix this. because this would be a big way that you could whittle the nodes down, especially when Ares has his awakened ability, and you could say Ultimus delete Gladiator, and then you could use Mephisto Ultimate to get everyone else super low, and then you die, and an ally comes in, and then he could finish it off. This also worked like that in CC, by the way. Oh, so it's everywhere. So if you use Mephisto on offense, it's also screwed. It's not, but it's not just that the permanent health bar refreshes the health bar. It's that the permanent health damage bar, whatever you want to call that, that gets healed. Any damage you do before the permanent health damage will stay. Any regular damage you do after the first application of permanent health bar damage will get healed up. Yes, so that's why. It's because the first bit of damage that he did to Peter, I think you're trying to say, the first bit of damage he did to Peter must have been from Mephisto. And so all the damage that happened to Peter after Mephisto was just gone. Yes, permanent health damage is permanent. So I think this is a giant bug. I'm definitely going to be putting this in the video with the tech stuff. I reported it to the developers. I hope to God they just don't say like, well, fuck it, who cares? How applicable is this? Just to the raids? Cool, buy Night Stalkers. I hope that's not their response to this, because that would be fucked. Like, that would be super fucked. Odin's kit looks amazing. Yeah, Odin's kit looks amazing. The Orcus kits look amazing. It's a very fun theory crafting time, I think. Yeah, I agree, Dementos. I agree. Manually recode it. Luckily, that happened after the fact, right? Okay, so let me find the tech. The tech stuff was in multiple facets. Also, let me delete some pictures here for a second, because I'm going to be going back and forth. I don't want you to be seeing my kids and all that. Let's just say sometimes the cutest thing kids do is get naked and shake their butt at you, right? And I don't think we want to be seeing that. Okay. Exactly. That's what I mean, Cohen. So any damage you do after the first application of any all Mephisto abilities do permanent damage. They don't do anything else. So any damage Mephisto does will get completely healed up. Oh, really, Run? So it goes into the YouTube chat and into the Twitch chat. Oh, interesting. All right, I'll do that. I like having the chat on the screen too, but I'll definitely do that. Restream, yeah, click finish in the chat box. Settings in the chat box, select bot. And check the bot that says relay mode. This will enable all chats to see what the other chatters are saying. It will put an icon next to YouTube chat and Twitch chat. It's essentially a bot that repeats the chatter saying into all of the chats that you know. Okay, cool. So that's just it then. So you guys can see everything now? Somebody from YouTube, talk. And someone from Twitch, chat. I did, Dementos. I put in the general chat yesterday. I just didn't, Oh yeah, there you go. I just didn't, I didn't ping everyone. It's in the general chat. There you go, restream bot. There you go. Thanks, guys. Oh, thanks, Ren7. It doesn't show the icon, though. It just says YouTube. We can leave it like that, though, right? We're good? Run 7 coming with the hot tips. I gotta update the stream, guys. We gotta get the stream going, especially if we're gonna try streaming like Black Myth Wukong and WoW and all that kind of shit. We gotta be better. We gotta be better. All right, so it's exactly what I thought, guys. The scaling of the text section. So this is the very beginning of the node. I just didn't hit record until it happened. Ooh, but it's kind of messing with this though, because it's repeating what YouTube says and what Twitch says here. So I guess then the move is to pop out Twitch chat then. Okay, I'm gonna play around with that off stream. For now, I'll turn it off. You guys can keep using the Okay, you guys like that better? Okay, in that case, we'll keep that. Yeah, because my restream chat is showing me multiples. Because it puts it into Twitch, which then gets repeated twice, right? I'm totally a YouTube chatter. Or did nobody else say that? Oh, it's just... Okay, just no one else said that? It just... So Demento just said, yeah, you get both in chat. That's probably not good. In YouTube, it goes well. Okay, I'm not seeing it repeat here. I'm not seeing Twitch chat repeating what Dement is saying. The Red Goblin revived the dead Gore? Oh, interesting. Okay, it looks like it fixed itself now. We get the blob, it doesn't double out. Okay. No, I think it was just taking a second to get working. I was trolling. Fuck, bro. Fox, you son of a bitch. It looks good now. It looks great now. All right, I'm timing out, Fox. That's it. You get a timeout. Let's see. Not a ban. Timeout. I don't want it to be 10 minutes, though. Can I do... I want to do a 30-second timeout. A slap on the wrist. So, timeout. Fox... Robin Hood _ the user you're trying to time out doesn't exist. Fuck! I don't know how to do it. Alright, somebody remind me to untime out him in 30 seconds. This is the best we can do. Alright, you don't get to ask questions about this first one. Okay, so I just didn't hit record until I was already in battle. The trick here is pennies. So we go with Superior 6, or Sinister 6. Fox by Fox, probably, yeah. Doc Ock, because you want the health. Green Goblin, because it's freaking Green Goblin. Vulture, for turn meter rewind. Then Mysterio for blinds, ability block, flipping buffs. And then Penny. And Penny is super important to have her ultimate available here, which she will have, unless you just did the tech section, you left her with like 0. Because she gets 5 on spawn. So she goes first, and she'll actually flip the stuff off of Lizard, and now you're able to get over to the fucking guy with the face, the Iron Patriot. You're able to get over to the Iron Patriot and put slow on him, and now you will get to control him before he ruins your day. And this was absolutely instrumental. This is no. There's no burn attack here. This is just a straight up hit. And then, yeah, I full tilt into Patriot. Now, what I need to figure out is how to deal with Leader, because I do believe Leader comes in first here. And he does cleanse some of what Iron Patriot gets. You see how that counterattack cleansed him? But the turn meter rewind was still sufficient enough that I'm able to get through him here. He still had the blind. So I guess, maybe there's a little bit of RNG on if Leader cleanses that or not. That's annoying. I wonder if there's an order of operations we're going to lean into here. We're going to have to do this again today. There's only villains. Well, I guess North Star's on the field too. This team needs to be big for difficulty 3, but if you're doing lesser difficulties and you're struggling with tech, then this would be an option. The Mystic Boss node, it's multiple hits. You gotta do multiple hits. And you want to walk in there with like your Vol ult ready and your Ultimate ult ready. Also remember, Mephisto exhaust carries over from match to match. So every time somebody hits the boss node and uses Mephisto's ultimate and power, the exhaust sticks to the team. Nice, John. Jan, rather. John. Anyway, so this is the first node. I think I time out here, but you can see I'm playing it super slow. Oh, I should be recording this. Fuck. All right, sorry guys, let's rewind it. So there does seem to be a moment of RNG here. We'll definitely have to acknowledge that. And then play, okay. We'll definitely have to acknowledge that. It looks like there is a moment of RNG when it comes to the Iron Patriot. There's definitely an order of operations on buff flips. I know this because APOC always flips stealth on sus. Yeah. So this turn meter rewind hits everybody, which you absolutely need. Because we don't have speed up on Mysterio, right? So you need to go first. You know what? I think here, you probably got to go for the leader instead. Because, okay, so that's probably the move. The Goblin rewinds the Iron Patriot enough that Mysterio goes first. So what we want to do is we want to hit the leader. No, say here we should hit the leader. Hit the leader, pull the counterattacks off leader, so that when Mysterio goes, he won't flip the ability block or the blind. So this is a mistake I made, but it's still going to work. Because you see that counterattack flips a bunch of shit. Okay, so that's the move then. With Mysterio bots and with Vulture, attack into the leader. Because when Iron Patriot doesn't flip your buffs here, it's easy. You're done at that point. I should have been playing this faster and I could have definitely got through this. So you just need one Mysterio bot to go before Mysterio goes. That's it. Because Vulture will pull off one of the dodges, and then the Mysterio bot can pull one off too. This flips a couple things on the leader, which is nice. I don't think I do this rewind. I think I hold on to it. Mysterio bots always go before Mysterio? Is that true? We get to flip everything here. So many bleeds go onto the Black Cat. We gotta eat some Goblin attacks, which is annoying, but it's okay. Would a 2.5 million version of this team work on difficulty 2? Maybe. It probably depends where the power is. If you have more of your power into Goblin, I would assume yes. And then I want to do the rewind here, probably on the... oh, no. Sorry, I have a red line going through my screen. Leader had more speed bar, right? You definitely want to tag the Goblins, but you don't have to hit all of them. I saved the Penny special there. I don't think you absolutely have to, because she'll get energy back anyway. I definitely could have went and stunned Green Goblin. We do one Green Goblin special. By the way, I think Green Goblin Striker is important here. You probably want it to be Green Goblin Classic. You definitely want to have a big Green Goblin. More blinds and ability block, which is huge. You don't want to let the Goblins do their thing to you, obviously. Lizard will hit you here through a bunch of stuff. So if you can control the Lizard, you should definitely do that. And because there's a Goblin, I think you get Safeguard, right? Oh, that's Crucible only. Okay. So the blinds that Mysterio put up are going to protect him from this. You see I have a minute left. I've been moving very slow, though, you can see. I summon up. He's also blinded. I was surprised how well this team took the hits. Why Robbie's faster than Super Scroll just on a speed basis. So if Kang crits don't get you through the Gladiator, the Robbie will. To get him to 50%. There we go. We got a good push on the Lizard there. And then you see I'm running out of time. If I was moving faster, I would not have timed out on this. Who can I use in the Mythic section on difficulty 3 if I don't have Mephisto? Would I use Robbie? On my baby account, I believe that's what I did. I used Sylvie. I used Ultimus, Sylvie, Vol, Deathpool. And I think I went through like Surfer and another one. I tried Surfer and I did Loki too, because Loki makes sure you get like speed up on Vol and stuff like that. So I think this is one-shottable. I was moving very slowly. It looks like we ironed out how to make sure Iron Patriot doesn't screw with us. And then it'll be just a matter of... Yeah, I gotta retry it, but this looks really, really, really promising to me. Because what I would want to do is find a way for 4 people to beat 3 lanes, and then still be able to get through the boss node. Which means you want 3 people, or you want 1 person to be able to do the first 2 nodes, and then somebody in charge of the boss node. And I think we have that here. So obviously I save cooldowns for this. We don't really need to watch this, but I will, because I'll put in the video. I'll speed it up through the video though. Stunning the leader is fine. Penny gets 5 energy back on spawn. I don't use this team on the next node. You'll see what I do on the next node. On leader, you get to build up a lot of cooldowns too, because he's so tanky. And he gets the barrier. In fact, I think for leader, I had to Terminator Rewind him again. You get a slow on him. I use a Goblin Terminator Rewind, and then we kill him from there. Yeah. Don't be afraid to use your Goblin special to end matches, as long as your ultimate is available, right? Anyway, so that was the first node. Took 2 energy, but I think you can break that down to 1 if you just play it better. And then I actually jumped to a friend's account because I want to do some testing to help. Here, let me do this. And I didn't want to core. I could have cored. I don't use like repeat teams. I could have cored for sure. All right, let me go ahead, edit the name. This is going to be Tech Node 1 D3. Mysterio bots don't always go before Mysterious. There's a little bit of RNG to it there. Okay. Why is this one so small now? What happened? Okay. And then this is the second node. So the second node is the node that's going to be giving everyone the most problems. The boss node. So the first node, even if you die to it, you'd be able to clean it up, right? With like Pegasus or something. That wouldn't be a problem. The second node is where people are going to be having the most problems. Are you going to get Thanos on all accounts? No. No, Bart. Just the spender account. So the second node, it's very important to pull both North Star abilities and both Sasquatch abilities. The best characters to do that are going to be your Illuminati characters. Iron Man, Hank, and then 3 heroes. Because Hank has synergy with heroes where he's going to act like a passive heal and stuff like that, right? You don't want to bring in... You could bring in Penny if you want at this point, because we're not going to need her elsewhere. Although I think she'd still be really good on the boss node, but we're just not going to use her there. You don't want to bring in Pegasus members. You don't want to bring in Superior 6 members. So that's about it. So what are you doing here? 0 damage. You don't want to do any damage to anybody with Sasquatch. So I mean, like Penny, the argument not to bring Penny, I guess, would be like AoE damage, something like that, but that's not really an issue because you could just basic, right? So Hank doing his special here protects the Iron Man from flips from North Star. which is absolutely huge. So those two characters are going to live longer, right? Have them separated more than one spot apart. We do a little bit of damage to Sasquatch, but he's just going to heal it back up, so don't worry about that at all. So now we pulled North Star's first attack, Sasquatch first attack, but we need to survive. We need to go all the way around, and you just can't have Sasquatch hit you with a 100% turn meter rewind on the next hit. You can, but it's it would suck. People on right side can't use Penny here. Well, I'm on the right side. I think you mean people on the left side can't use Penny because skill comes later. Yeah. You don't need to use Penny here. Just another hero character that is strong, that's not on the Pegasus team. Also, I would take a look at like Viv Vision. Yeah, I would take a look at the Bionic Avengers, see if anyone gives barrier on spawn. Does Hulkbuster get barrier on spawn? You could just wait for the Orchids team. Orchids coming next. So, I pulled the Sasquatch special, and then I backed out. We're done, right? And then we're going to go back in, and we're going to use our Pegasus team. And so now, we don't have our buffs flipped, so we keep our defense up, we keep our deflex, we're not getting turn meter rewind, and we're not getting trauma from the Sasquatch. But that does not mean you full send it here. If you full send it here, the Weavers are going to spawn away from the Sasquatch because the squishier members are on the right side of the field. You'll kill them, and that's not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some basics here. I do the ultimate to start off because that's going to pull 2 dodges off Sasquatch instead of just 1. And then I'm just going to kind of stall out until Sasquatch loses his safeguard. I guess I do the stun. I Hail Mary the stun with no vulnerables. Not a great idea. You definitely want to ult with rescue so your team gets speed up. That way you get to keep your energy gain going. I guess I do the turn meter rewind. I'm making a liar out of myself. We do the turn meter rewind, which I'm not sure that's a good idea because we just rewound Sasquatch, making him take longer. Do I just full send this? Am I remembering this wrong? I don't think full sending it's a good idea. Because when Weaver spawns, I want to have Dark Hawk ultimate up. I want to have Iron Patriot ultimate up so I can stun her. And I want to have at least Iron Man ultimate and or special up. So we do a basic here. Yeah, see, I don't want to kill anybody, especially with Iron Patriot down now. So we'll cleanse and revive. Yeah, doing the Dark Hawk ultimate was stupid. It made Sasquatch take longer. Are we talking difficulty 3 to Gorilla Dan? Okay, so now Weaver's here, right? There's no more safeguard. I full send it. We get a slow on the Weaver. That's perfect. I'm probably going to ult here to take the taunt off Sasquatch. And now I can get over to the Weaver and control her before she gets charges up. I probably ult here to give myself speed up again, yeah. Turn meter rewind from Dark Hawk. We definitely want that for when Weaver's here. And now I can... Oh, I stuck on the taunt. So then I go ahead and I ult. Does huge damage to the Weaver. Do we get to kill her in time here? Or am I remembering this wrong as well? Penny, Green Goblin, Doc, Mysterio, Kang. Interesting. AoE everyone to death. I'll have to try that today then. The biggest problem I had with this node was the Nightcrawler. So we get the ability block on Weaver. And then I die when Nightcrawler ults. So if you're saying you can one-shot this, that's super interesting. So are you telling me you're not even doing a burn attack for the North Star here, Gorilla Dan? So what happens here is I die, and then I'll follow it up with another kill. So what I was gonna say, unless Gorilla Dan is correct here, is by using 4 energy, one player can beat both nodes. Because this was super safe up to that point with Nightcrawler, right? And then I'm going to throw together the Sinister Six team. This is just another way you could rebuild your Sinister Six cooldowns if they were bad on the first node, so that you could then have them for the boss node if you want to do the first hit for your alliance. No burn attack. I'll have to try the Gorilla Dan. What up, Shout? So because Nightcrawler was here on spawn, it's actually a good thing for my Superior 6, because it gives me speed up on spawn. What I'm unsure of is why Nightcrawler goes before Green Goblin here. That made no sense to me, because Goblin has a higher speed stat and they both spawn with speed up in this case. It was really weird. So I think this Nightcrawler has like hidden speed stat maybe. You'd be fine. I'll have to give it a shot then. So you see, I'm using cooldowns, so you're probably concerned, like, oh no, he's gonna die, or he's not gonna have anything for the boss, but you're gonna see it'll be fine. I really want to try what Gorilla Dan was talking about. So, but there's a cooldown issue, right? Going from node to node with the good cooldowns, Gorilla. Leave the Kitty Pryde alone here, so you can rebuild your cooldowns. And don't use this ultimate from Slayer. Yeah, but this isn't live. This is a recording. Yeah, because she does so little damage, and Dork Out, especially if you make Dork Out a healer, he'll make sure you go into the next node like full life too, which is nice. Are you still doing the Mysterio special, Gorilla Dan, to start the first wave? Okay. Show in folder. Do you think Death... Okay, hold on. Let me just title this real quick before I lose it. This is going to be Tech Node 2. Oops. So with the same person that did the node 2, I start the boss node here. You don't need to use Vulture Special there. That's a complete waste. Actually, in fact, I think I back out of this particular fight. Also, I would strongly suggest having Vulture as a skirmisher in this case. Having Vulture as a skirmisher so that you can get a defense down via the Goblin basic. So I'm gonna, I believe I try and Slayer ult here. In Arena versus BK, Glad, Gore, Apocalypse plus either Ultimus or Man Logan. So I suggest you need your own Gladiator. Kang as a Raider, Robbie Reyes, Apocalypse, and Old Man Logan is what I use. So with the Slayer ultimate, I'm able to get by the Sasquatch, and I'm able to ability block the Apocalypse right away. And then don't hit the Apocalypse. Start hitting the Robbie Reyes. I mean, you could hit other people because Robbie Reyes' passive is going to miss while he's blinded. So it's good to kind of bust his charges off right away, but you don't want to then just refill him with charges. So get a good rewind here. Robbie misses, and then I want to rewind the Apocalypse, and we're just full tilting into Apocalypse now, I believe. Extended all the bleeds and everything, the blinds. I meant the blinds on Robbie, pretty much. So you're saying Kang and Penny one-shots this too. So Penny is super interesting because Penny will ability block all supports. I was looking at that earlier. So I believe it's Penny special, ability blocks all supports. So you don't, that was before. So you don't have to, Mysterio target special onto the Apocalypse. Once North Star drops in, full tilt to the North Star, of course, of course, of course. And now at this point, this is super cleanable. So if I were to die at this point, that is 100% acceptable because as long as Hank is on the field, Hank or Pav is on the field. Is her ult? Okay, it might be her ult, but she can still start with that on spawn. As long as Hank or Pav is on the field, your Vulture will get speed. Actually, no, that's not true, is it? Pav spawns. Pav does the wonky Dark Dimension. In a perfect world, you'll leave Hank up here. I think I kill Hank here, thinking that it'll work though. Yeah, Pav spawns in after the other two spiders do, which fucks up the Vulture, which is it's a way they fuck with counters, by the way, now. I'm starting to realize. You know, like how Dark Dimension 7 in one of the global nodes, it's like 3 people will spawn in, your team does whatever their passives are, and then before anybody takes a turn, another 5 characters spawn in. They're doing that same shit in this raid, and it's a way they're combating our passives, and I'm really fucking tilted by it. Really tilted. So I meant to take the speed up off Pav there, but I fat fingered Miss Marvel instead. So yeah, I had to do this on the Pav, and I didn't want to. I wanted to do the rewind onto the Penny, but because Pav had speed up, I had to answer that. Anyway. Possibly, Steven. Yeah, possibly. That, yeah, very well could be why, Steven. Which is super lame, right? So anyway, I die here. And I believe I kill Hank, which was a bad idea. I should have left Hank alive. Yeah, I should have left that Hank alive, but that's fine. In my head, Pav was going to be on spawn, and I was going to get speed up from him. What was that, Briss? Okay, and then I had to jump to my main account. So this is how I would envision it. If we can recreate Gorilla Dance thing, though, that's even better, obviously. The way I envisioned it was... And let me just save this real quick. This is Tech Boss Node first hit. 3 people could each do their own lane. It would cost them 40 energy total, or 30, if you can get the 2-shot on the second node. I think Pegasus can be played better than what I did there. Or, if Venom is saying he one-shot it with a different team, then we can try that instead. And then the boss node, you would hit it with the team I just showed you, and then your friend would come in for the follow-up to finish it. Yeah, I'm going to make it into a video. Gorilla Dance says he's used Kang, Penny, Mysterio, Doc, and Goblin. And he's able to one-shot all 3 nodes. I used... So on the first node, I used Mephisto, Vol, Dorm, Deathpool, and... Who am I forgetting? It wasn't Sylvie, it was... Who am I forgetting? Vol, Mephisto, Ultimus, Dorm. Who was my 5th? It wasn't Sylvie, because I replaced Sylvie with Dorm so that I can get the ult on top of the North Star when he dropped in. Who am I forgetting? It wasn't Ares, no. Because I don't have the Awakened passive on him. The second node, I subbed out Dorm for Sylvie. I tried to record it. That's where I found the issue, by the way. But my recording got corrupt and deleted all the footage. It was like a 30-minute recording because I did it all in one shot. Because they gave us that 60 energy. And then I went on the playtest and I just simmed through it to get to the boss to see if I could recreate the issue. Which I did. Who was my 5th? It's somebody obvious. I'm not thinking about it for some reason. Anyway, this is the cleanup, right? So it's super easy. But yeah, we didn't get speed up on spawn, which was stupid. It pissed me off. No, it wasn't Beta Ray. Sugar Daddy's retired, my guy. Deathpool Val. You're right. It was Ultimus. As if I'm forgetting Ultimus. Yes, because I punched the shit out of that guy. Oh, thanks, Chalcer. Yes. So, yes, it was Ultimus, Mephisto, Vol, Deathpool, Dorm for the first node. Subbed out Dorm for Sylvie on the second node. That actually went really well. Just make sure you have all your ultimates up. And you can have your Death... So, you can have Deathpool's one-shot available node 2 if she gets lucky and gets enough of her own energy. If not, you just save it for the last node. And on the last node, I did... The last node is where I found the issues. But the first hit was immaculate because I had Mephisto ultimate. But then everyone full healed the damage, which was really pissing me off. But what I think I'll do is Mephisto, Vol, Loki, making sure Loki has his ultimate up, which I'm not sure how you could possibly do that. Sylvie, Ultimus, and Deathpool. Yeah, if you have Ultimus's ult up, I think you can definitely do that. I really like the exhaust, though. The problem is, because of the bug we found, if you don't kill that gladiator, then everything that gladiator damage he took would be healed if you go to the next, if you have to go next, right? But maybe you probably just don't have to go next. If you hit him with both Ultimus ult and Mephisto basic and powered, he's probably just dead. Here. Let me name this. This is Tech Boss Cleanup. And then, yeah, let me show you. I had a 7-minute recording of it, but I think I broke it down. Oh, this is a 3-minute recording. This was on the playtest. This wasn't on the live server, but it is also happening on the live server. Yeah, Mephisto makes sacking pointless. Except, Mephisto's exhaust does hold over. Yes, Mephisto exhaust persists from attacks in raids. So it is easy to do a couple extra hits and get it done. It just, any damage that happens after the point of the first instance of permanent health will get fully healed. Without Mephisto? Yeah, I imagine without Mephisto, it's a gong show. I really like doing a burn attack into the first node, even if you don't have Mephisto, though. Pull the Void Knight ultimate. Society on the second Mystic node, I was stuck there. Yeah, that's a tough one, for sure. Warrior Alliance or WoW for Horde? I'm using Horde, but you... Maybe Punka. I actually don't know what I am anymore. Yeah, the gear tier 15 Mephisto did nothing here. I'm not sure why I slowed it down. It doesn't show anything. Ultimates Mephisto, Robbie, Deathpool, and Noir. Yeah, Noir was really interesting to me. I'm surprised you're not using Vol at all. I do, Mitz. I did it already a while ago, and I'm doing those characters still. I don't suggest other people necessarily do those characters now, though, because I think Nimrod is an amazing global villain character. I would have done Nimrod over Ares if I could do it again. So notice, like, yes, Gladiator has that 50% permanent health damage, but we're doing a lot more damage to him. The other characters don't have any permanent health damage yet, right? So notice that it's at the moment Mephisto touches a character. If that character doesn't die in the next fight, they will be fully healed. For DD7 Global, you could. Illuminati, if you have Captain Britain, is working great. I imagine Orcus will be fantastic. And then here's where I reset it. So look, no, actually, I don't. I still use the Mephisto Ultimate here. Odin will make light of Mystic nodes? Very possibly. You'd have to make sure you get his cooldowns back up. So notice, like, Gladiator is super damaged. He's got about 30% of non-permanent damage. He's going to come back on 100% life. That's how I know it's at the moment of contact from Mephisto that it's like it's capping the life. So it's like you can see here, the Gladiator, yes, he's got 50% or more than 50% permanent damage, but you can see the hardcore black, and then we go, this is what I spawned into, full life. Very annoying. Very annoying. Did I not show that as part of the video? Whoops. Did I fast forward through it? Wait, where did I go? I think I just showed the hit where it was damaged and then it backed out. Okay, yeah, so you can see how the damage that happened, right? Thanos passive procs with every sack. Unless if you get him below 50%, it shouldn't. Yeah, go in. Gladiator will be 100% life. The other people will heal just the damage that happened to them at the point Mephisto put any sort of permanent damage on them. They heal that entire amount. So that's why Thanos is above 50. That's why Gore is nearing 50, and that's why Gladiator's at 100%. Very, 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 very annoying bug. I was personally super tilted when it happened because I think I did like 5 attacks into Mystic difficulty 3 on the live server because I did it. The hit I did, I must have done Mephisto Ultimate because my Mephisto's not gear tier 15 on the live server, right? And he's got purple ISO. So I had Thanos, Gladiator, Gore, Void Knight was dead. I had those characters at like 10% life. And then I backed out and I went back in and they were all at 100% life. And I was so fucking tilted. I cannot tell you how bad it was. I was so tilted. When do we do our raids? Oh, at 12? I won't be here by then. I'll save my energy so I can get to tech and try what Dan was talking about. Yeah, it's a bug with Mephisto's permanent damage. At the point Mephisto does a point of permanent damage to a character, that character's health gets snapshot. Unless that character dies, on the next attempt, they will be healed all the damage that happened at that snapshot. Which is so fucked. And I'm waiting for a goddamn reply. I'll ask about it today again. Yeah, Sinister 6 makes it very doable. I'm excited to try Kang Penny now. Gorilla Dan, if you do it today, record it too. Because if I can have multiple instances of it working, one-shotting across the board, that's huge. Listen, even if these teams work, does that mean you should skip Orcus? Or you should skip the Night Stalker team? First of all, they're probably going to have a pocket dimension. They'll probably be needed for a legendary character. There's going to be a bunch of events and stuff that run around having those characters. And they're going to be Spider Society level good, either on the defensive or offensive side. So to say like, oh, they're skippable now, that's laughable. And then there's always the next raid tier. So what you skip now will be needed next time. AKA Scope, we call this first strike. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for too. Not skip entirely, but not Gear Tier 19 worthy. It depends what we find when they come to the live server, how they're functioning in Crucible and in War. Supreme seems crazy, but I mean, you don't need her Gear Tier 19, right? She'll have that new focus stat, put Skirmisher on her. Like, she's not there for damage or anything. I don't think you need a Gear Tier 19 to her. I did, but I don't think you need to. I did do it, didn't I? We should take a look at these characters' powers so we can see what the stat jumps do number-wise. I think, yeah, so Lady Deathstrike got 2 diamonds. Crimson Gear is 608. Does she have every T4 done? She does. I did all the T4s yesterday. Scientist Supreme is going to be even lower. She also has 2 diamonds. Scientist Supreme level 100. All T4 is done. ISO level 5. Crimson is 539, 635. I wonder if she's going to go up to like 8 or 900. Took LDS to 19. I think that's fine. Yeah, she's cheap for the tech section. Does she replace Nightcrawler in the global DD7 conversation? I don't think so, because Nightcrawler is such a phenomenal character everywhere. And his damage is crazy. Why doesn't your... No, we do Spotlight. We just beat it already. A Spotlight raid in Onslaught can take anywhere between 10 minutes and 23 hours and 59 minutes. It's just a matter of when people go in and hit Sim 6 times. Or 5 times, or whatever they're doing. Because we don't hit it... we don't hit it enough to, like, steal nodes from somebody else. Why scream on Scientist Supreme? Just so she puts out one vulnerable, whoever she's targeting, but also more likely to land all her debuffs. Nightcrawler, Cabal. Yeah, that's a good point, Venom. What do you think of her ISOs for Orcus team at a first glance? Yes. I'm thinking Raider for LDS, Raider for Nimrod, Striker for Sentinel, and maybe Striker for Omega Sentinel, just because we're going to have so much vulnerables from Lady Deathstrike and Nimrod. Because both of them, well, Lady Deathstrike's single attack, basic is single target, but the rest of it is AoE. And a lot of it, right? Nimrod, everything is AoE. But I could be convinced maybe for Nimrod Striker too, because he'll go right after Scientist Supreme, and then he can do a ISO attack. But here's the thing. Scientist Supreme is not going to go first in the raids, at least not on Nodes 1 and 2. Because of the North Star, right? Or is there something that I'm confused with there? Why the speed bar Scientist Supreme gets is going to be countered by North Star, right? There's no line of kit that I'm missing there. Wait, there's only 1 hour left of this. Oh, okay, I did the boss already. Healer? I don't think you need healer. Between the healing that Lady... not Lady Deathstrike. Well, Lady Deathstrike has Drain, doesn't she? Doesn't she do some sort of healing on her own? Anyway. Scientist Supreme heals on her ultimate. Omega heals on everything she does. And there's energy popping all over the place. I don't think there's going to be a healer needed. Kind of like Forge. Like, Forge healer was annoying when you didn't have a hard counter for the mechanics of the team. But when you do have a hard counter for the mechanics of the team, healer on Forge is useless. But he doesn't really do damage either. Interesting. Scientist Supreme will debuff Cabal, so she's bad with them in Dark Dimension, right? Kind of. Cabal doesn't have a way to put slow out though, right? Because doesn't she put slow on her ultimate now? So she would put slow on everybody, leader would clear it, and then you would rewind with Namor and you'd get even more turns? Am I wrong? Does Cabal have a way to put slow out there? Besides Namor flipping it? Yes, Iron Patriot Assist does that. Yeah. So I don't think I'd bring Scientist Supreme there then. You could. Also, Nightcrawler puts slow on everybody. With the alts. Yeah, I don't think I'd do Scientist Supreme for Dark Dimension. I don't even remember how expensive she is. She might have been very expensive. She'd be a good with team to spawn with Immunity or Orcus. Yeah. She will not feed Skrull, I don't think. Like, she's not going to debuff her own team feeding her Skrull. That'd be interesting. That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, Shawnee. It's concerning. Okay, so I wanted to make a video about the tech stuff, but now Dan has me second guessing it. Dan's got me second guessing myself. He's like my wife. Is there a world where Science Stream goes first, slows everyone, and then goes before the rest of her team to flip everything on her team? With 50% speed bar and 118 base speed, I don't think so. It might be close in some regards. I mean, if you brought Scientist Supreme and Lady Deathstrike with 3 Cabal, then Lady Deathstrike's not going to get covered. She will rewind, and then stuff could happen. Yeah. Scopely said they are not the release method. Correct. Okay, what is this? This is clean up the boss node. Sorry, I'm just formatting the gameplay to talk about gameplay. This is also the boss node. This is node number 1. Node number 2. Number 3. Yeah, he does it one target at a time, though. Unless I'm misreading, get fucked. Player gets asked about the week-long free-to-play character acquisition event plan. Scopely has noted they are working on new and different methods of character releases, like Ares via Battle Pass and now Annihilators, Team Orbs, and Arena. While these Team Orbs leave players feeling lacking, they are coming through events longer and paired with the release events that reward character shards for opening the Team Orbs. Have been showing free-to-play characters acquisition is happening more. Okay, but so in one sentence it says character release method, and then it says while these Team Orbs feeling players lacking, they're coming through events longer and paired with release events. So still no. This you're still guaranteed, my understanding, if Gladiator's 100 shards, you're guaranteed 100 shards from his actual release method. These orbs are supplement to that. However, it cannot be overstated that a month between character offers and the start of a free-to-play event is unacceptable. The release events are the milestones with the shards. Let me read it again. With Team Orbs lead players feel like they're coming through events longer and paired with the release events that reward character shards for opening the Team Orbs. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, so I didn't read the second part of that sentence. Whoops. Didn't Lori straight up say in like Mobile Gamers stream, this is not the release method? This is from the player council. This guys, let's not take what the player council says as gospel. I will ask a further clarifying question today when I get with the people, as well as about Mephisto. We'll find out. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Remember the shitstorm that happened with Iron Patriot, and they said they would never leave it up to RNG to do that? I don't think that's the case. That's true, Magnetic. I just don't think that's the case. Steven, no. That's not fair, because they did. Lori did communicate that this is not. So the fact that Marvel's player voice here, the way this is worded, is contradictory to that, but it's also not official communication. This is written by somebody else. The wording could just be different. This is not like a legalese statement that was written by somebody who knows absolutely everything. So I wouldn't read into this as saying that. I wouldn't X it out either. This is just, it's a question. To say, like, I'm going to this source for the official communication, I don't think that's fair. For the next Envoy tournament, I haven't looked at the rules yet, except for my particular rule. They didn't communicate whether the Gladiator event was delayed longer than normal. Well, they've never... Have they ever put in paper character events happen X days after? Or has that always been up to their discretion? I agree, Birdsey. I agree, guys. They'll throw Lori under the bus like they did CMAA repeatedly? I don't think so. It's always been their discretion, so... It's not that they are lacking communication for the past, it's that they are what we would consider an unacceptable lack of communication. They're not removing communication that they've done in the past, they are lacking it. I did see they said no diamonds and no Mephisto. Yes, that's true. They don't want us sitting there for 10 minutes. Although I don't sit there with Mephisto anymore anyway. Subject to change as usual, as always. I think they ever put it on paper, but there has been a base understanding of community. That's just not how relationships work. Again, I'm definitely not suggesting that what is currently happening is okay. The orbs cannot be allowed to be the release method. They cannot be allowed to be 10% of the release method. Unless it is in such a way that, like, say in this particular case, if you're top 1,500, top 2,500 of Arena, and you're getting, I think it's like 5 of those orbs a day, the pity milestone gets you a guaranteed amount of shards, and then the event after fills in the rest. So generally speaking, it should not be expected to need even one hit of RNG on these orbs in order to get the unlock. The problem is, when the fuck are these unlocks? Yeah, it's on the 29th, James. So a week from yesterday. So 6 days from now. Thursday. I hate people suggesting putting Purple 3 ISO and non-Gear to 18 tunes just because Gear to 18 isn't required. Doesn't mean it'll be... Yeah, I would think that if you go into Dark Dimension 8... I just call it Odin's unlock for now, because I don't think it's like a Dark Dimension 8. If you go in there with like Gear to 18 or 17 characters, you're going to struggle. That is the problem, Steven. Have we gotten official confirmation on the date for the Shadow Dimension yet, or are we going by data mines? We know there's Pocket Dimension coming, because that wasn't an official blog. Have we gotten the date yet? Captain Salty, the release methods haven't happened yet. That's the problem, that they haven't happened yet. They're creating FOMO by doing free-to-play events after you need the team. So, guys, I get frustrated with them too, but we need to be very clear about what is happening here. They reworked the Pocket Dimension because of the issue that you're saying they did, right? We made them by giving the feedback. We forced them to make it so that we could do the Pocket Dimension with the 3 original Illuminati characters. Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Mr. Fantastic. And they nerfed it to the ground where it was super possible. So, the Captain Britain thing aside, you understand what I'm saying? Like, the straw that will break the camel's back is if the Pocket Dimension does come before a reasonably engaged person can unlock Gladiator. Or I guess if they let you do the Pocket Dimension with just 2 characters. But if it's then impossible to get it done with those 2 characters, is it really released to you at that point? Then they say the release methods might be until after the Legendary event? No. What? No. The release methods aren't going to be until after the event. Don't see the Shattered Dimension on the calendar. What would the... Well, where's the blog, I guess? It was on the Annihilator one, right? Or no, the last blog? Where was the last blog? It was not really Sentinels. It was all aboard the Thanos copter, right? So that goes up to the 23rd, well, which I guess is like right now. Do they say the name of the Pocket Dimension anywhere? I think they did with the, like, introducing the Annihilators, right? The Road to Annihilators. Shattered Dimension, the next Pocket Dimension. Okay, so we don't see the word Shattered Dimension there anywhere. Is that what we're going by, Steven? I just read these relief methods to melt the crack of suspenders as much as possible before they close shop. It's not true. Guys, we can't get in our feels about it. We got to be objective about it. There is a point of fact that the free-to-play release method is unacceptably far away from the offer release. Historically, it's been 10 days, right? It's been 10 days from release to start of the free-to-play event. That, in my opinion, is a healthy time frame because it's a week and a half of people who bought the characters having an extreme advantage over the players, plus having higher stars at the end of the day. Plus, if they're going to Stargate Legendary events, then that alone is going to be driving sales. Plus, if they're Stargating milestone rewards from events based on star level, that is going to fuel sales. It cannot be that the vast majority of players don't see a character for 28 days. That is the line. But everything, extrapolating information past that, saying, oh, now we can't do any of the events that are happening. Now that we can't, we'll never, people saying we're never going to get the character, they're so full of shit and they're clickbaiting rage. Okay? And it's dumb. And what it does is it just fuels people to be more angry than what needs to happen. Okay? There is a line right now that is being crossed. Hank Pym was too far along. We all assume that was because of Captain Britain. Fair Game Scopely, it's sleazy, it's greasy, but we got it. Like, you wanted people to buy 2 offers for Hank. Gladiator not happening yet. That is the biggest red flag, right? We should be having Gore right now, shouldn't we? Shouldn't Gladiator have already come and gone, and then Gore would be starting now or even a few days ago? That's the issue. Everything else, we can't do anything. That's just not true. We haven't had anything to do. Guys, I can promise you the game is financially pulling in more money than it ever has before. And it's not a closing up shop type of deal. Maintenance mode in November, remember. Gore would start on Monday if it was normal pace. Okay. I think they're trying to force people to buy Annihilators to compete in these arena events. See, Tyler, I agree with that. I agree with that. Like, if you don't have Gladiator, you don't need Gore. But if you don't have Gladiator, you're getting less and less of these orbs. And these orbs, even though they're RNG, they are providing people with a lot of shards, right? The straw that will break the camel's back. The thing that'll make me rage the fuck out and really, really go at them hard is if the Pocket Dimension happens and free-to-play players have don't have the ability to enter the pocket dimension, or they can enter the pocket dimension with Surfer and Ultimus, but they literally can only do like 2 nodes. That would make me, I'd be like, okay, guys, we got to figure this out. Otherwise, like, the game's in a terrible, terrible spot. You cannot have PvE flash events, which is the lifeblood of the game. You cannot zone players out of that. On my baby account, I did the pocket dimension with the 3 free-to-play Illuminati characters, and I had a blast. I had to heal. They gave us thousands of heals for it. I didn't have to do it in the first few days. I could have dragged it out over 7 days and not used as many heals. I had fun with that. That is the essence of Marvel Strike Force, is the fun strategy. If it's harder because you don't buy the characters, that's fine. As long as it's doable, and as long as people have the opportunity to go in there. We wouldn't actually need 3 Annihilators. The only nodes with them had other tunes you could use instead. Oh. Is that where... I don't know. I don't know what the data mine suggested. I have no idea about the pocket dimension. The release gap is too much. Exactly what. I'm seeing people in Arena who I know are free to play who have Gore and Gladiator because they got lucky. That creates FOMO for the people who got unlucky. True, Burnsy. But that's just, I don't know, man. That's life. People win the lottery. Fuck, I hate them. But, like, I don't hate them. I'm jealous of them, but it doesn't make me go buy lottery tickets. You know, people that invested in a certain stock, it doesn't make you go invest in that, right? What we got here? Norm requires 3 Illuminati and legendary characters. Illuminati and mythic characters. Illuminati or Annihilator. Oh. So there is no problem. When was this? Well, this is fine then. Guys, this is absolutely fine then. As long as we're not locking up the pocket dimension, you can't tell me the legendary characters of Old Man Logan's not going to just fucking annihilate this. Right? If this is the case, right here, legendary character, Old Man Logan is going to crush this. Oh, this is Illuminati. Where's Annihilators? Wait, are Annihilators only needed on this node? I'm so confused right now. Three Annihilator. Okay, here's the issue. This 3 right here. This is the issue. Okay, I see. That's the issue then. If it is not reasonable to expect an engaged player, a daily player, a player that comes on, does his arena attacks every day, does his war attacks for his alliances, all of his raid hits, collects the 240 energy, but gets horrible fucking RNG, doesn't unlock a 3rd Annihilator, then this is unacceptable. Right? And this needs to become 2. You scratch this off and you make this a 2. Again, this is data mines, so let's remember that. A pocket dimension with peculiar temporal detecting the Annihilator and Illuminati are competing to uncover the secrets of this mysterious realm for a limited time. Take your Annihilators and Illuminati team into a scattered dimension and fight your way to the temporal anomaly at its heart. Succeed, and you will earn rare and valuable rewards. Details, minimum requirements, 3 Annihilator, so 3 Annihilators, and 3 Illuminati characters, gears are 14 up to 18. I don't like that, by the way, but... So there is 3 Annihilators. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's you're linking me somebody's Discord? Whose Discord was it? Quick Draws? I'm on Quick Draws. Is this one here would imply the Illuminati, you get to use whatever. The 3 Annihilator part is an issue. They do say pocket dimension. Oh, damn it, I accidentally deleted. Steven, can you send me that link again? I have no idea what I did on Restream, but I deleted your message. It didn't ban you or anything, did it? No. Wait, it should be on Twitch chat, right? Okay, it's on Twitch chat. Try to mention Explorers explodes your way. The Annihilator recruitment period and the Annihilators are one of the 2 key teams you'll need. Make sure you equip as much gear as you can, as you'll need high gear tiers for later missions, and you'll earn 1 diamond for Gladiator when you complete the missions during this Annihilator recruitment period. There's 3 Annihilators or Illuminati. There are no nodes for only Annihilators. There are no nodes for only Annihilators. Well, then it's not a problem. Right? It may not be ideal, but you'll be able to heal your way through it eventually. So if what Gorilla Dan is saying is the case, then there is literally zero issue, right? That's from Boilon's data mines. Target mission requires 3 Annihilator or a gear tier 14 normal. Requires 3 Annihilators, a gear tier 15 hard, blah, 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 blah. Allowed Illuminati and Legendary, required gear tier 17. Allowed Illuminati and Mythic. Allowed Annihilator and Mythic. It doesn't say 3 Annihilators. Annihilator and Legendary. I'll push for them to give clarification in today's blog, if possible. I haven't read today's blog either, so maybe it is in there. I don't know if I should do that live on stream or not, though. Oh, I don't know, Purple Brown. Maybe he's putting wrong numbers out to give cover. That would be the smart thing to do. But I have no idea. I'm not involved with that. Contrary to Purple Relief, I'm not involved with anything structure-wise of the Envoy program. I don't get to decide how to, like, who gets kicked out or shit like that. It's fucking absurd. Okay. I'll ask for clarification on stuff. But you gotta just give different people different data to fish out their league so they can see who did it, but maybe Scope isn't that smart. Yeah, or maybe the person. So if that is common knowledge, then wouldn't people who do leaks give a little bit wrong information so that they don't get caught out? DPC's prior right now, still all in on Logan, or rather go for Ultimus? I think Ultimus is cheap enough that you can get him out of the way. I actually think Apocalypse, getting him there faster is really important, because then you can put diamonds on him, and a 3-diamond Apocalypse opens up a lot of avenues for you. And then I think all in on Wolverine. Yeah, I did a video not too long ago about it. It's still current day stuff. Okay, wait. Did I do my shopping on the JTD account yet? No. Okay, good. Oh, yes. I need brawler set. This is enough for 3 brawlers. I think I'm good then. I need more of these, and I need more of these for sure. I think 27 is enough. I need blasters. I need protectors. I'm buying the ions. Ion, protector, blaster, protector. Yeah, this is the one I'm lacking the most of. And blaster, okay. Alright, I am getting my city villain characters out of the way. I don't suggest anyone does this. Part of me still thinks Scopely's not stupid or not jerky enough to not put out some sort of city villain character, but I could be very wrong. Alright, so Slayer's done, Vulture's done. I should... Goblin doesn't count, does he? Okay. We'll do Kraven next. I'm not sure if I want to... Well, I guess I already committed 2 pieces to him. It's tough, man. We'll do Kraven. Okay. Just between Ultimus and Omega Logan. I have everyone else at max. Omega Logan is 5. I do Ultimus first, then Last Avenger. A month or so down the line, very possible, yeah. You maybe not be thinking too straight given possible fall. That's true, Purple Brown. That's true. Nimrod will be the first city in global tune. His kit was global, wasn't it? I just assumed they were all global. Actually, I didn't even look at it. After the Night Stalkers, which is city villain team. Well, the Night Stalkers, I have to assume is vampires. It's fucking called Night Stalkers, right? I gotta assume Karen Page is on the team. Karen Page could be a villain. She could be city. She's very New York centered, right? We know Moon Knight's on the team. He's a hero. Though, I did suggest, because I'm always looking out for you fucks, even if I'm already doing the ISOs for myself. I did suggest they give Moon Knight the first duo tag hero and villain. Because he could go both ways. He could, right? So I suggested they may give Moon Knight the first like villain and hero tags. But I don't think they would go for that because he would be like a super cheap option for both the hero section and the villain section. Anyway. We don't want anti-hero tags, and they can introduce more sections. Sorry. Man-Thing should be a hero, and then the rumors are, what, Dracula? I gotta assume would be global, but they could just say, fuck it, he's city. And Blade is the other one, he'd definitely be a hero. Feels like they don't just let us use legendary city villains? Yeah, it really does, right? Because then Goblin Classic and Black Cat would be for sure picks, but then you would also be able to double use them, which they don't want. You know what would have been really cool if they said this section, city villains and legendary city villains, and in the last section they said cosmic and legendary non-city character. Like that would have been the best way to do it, right? How much money to spend in this game? A lot. Too much. Too much to utter without crying, but a lot. We're talking 5 digits for sure. Well, no. We're probably talking high 4 digits. Yeah, we're probably talking high 4 digits. Legendary Cosmic? Well, they could do Legendary Global, too. Yeah, I guess it could have been, like, Global Hero plus Global Hero Legendary, but not the other legendaries. I don't know. The Rivals news earlier this week. Yes, it looks so good, James. So good. If the Asgardians getting reworked with Odin, I wouldn't expect so, Folklore. Odin has a brief call out to them, but I wouldn't expect, because he's a Dark Dimension character. They always kind of leave them as their own thing, unless they're Ultron, I guess. What's trick to Techno 2? So, Gorilla Dan might have a better trick than me. He's saying he's using Mysterio, Goblin, Doghawk, Kang, and Penny. And with those 5 characters, he's one-shotting every node on difficulty 3. I'm going to try it later today. But for what I was doing is I did 1 burn attack with really strong characters, including Hank and Iron Man. And what I would do is I would pull both abilities from North Star and Sasquatch, and then I would go in with Pegasus after that, and I'd be able to beat the node. Difficulty 3, I actually died. I think I misplayed it. So it took 3 energy to get through it, but it felt safe. Yeah, I'm going hard on this Odin release, so I'm probably going to end up spending another, like... so I'm going to buy 2 Thanos offers. In Canadian money, by the way, that's $300, which hurts my heart. I'll probably spend another $140 on Odin, on the little treats there, and I'll be ready for Odin. I'll have those 5 traits ready to go. I'll have my Thanos, and then I'm going back to just buying passes. I'm no longer going to be buying character offers or anything like that. Or I guess it's full villain team, yeah. Are they an option for DD8? Yes, they for sure are. I already did Cabal. But yes, they are 100% an option for DD8. Green Goblin, 0. Green Goblin Classic. Yes, and the lane mate can fuck you, for sure. If the lane mate puts Nightcrawler on the spawn, hit it with your Superior 6 so you steal the speed up. My main account, yes. Yeah, guys, I don't want to spend money on characters. First of all, I don't see the value with it coming a lot faster. Even if the release methods become a month apart, it doesn't let me give you guys any additional value, because I can go on the playtest and test them out there, and then just wait free to play to get them unlocked and show them in the live server at lower stars like everybody else, right? So I don't think business-wise it doesn't add me any value. I bought Black Myth Wukong for 90 Canadian dollars. That game is going to give me 40 hours of intense fun, super awesome story. No content because people don't follow me for that, which that's unfortunate. And it's going to provide me with memories. I'll remember that game. I remember the games that I play and beat like that, right? That's $70 less than one character offer to 4 stars. I will never, ever shit on Krakens or whales who have money to do that for, because money is relative. Depending on the choices you've made in life, the opportunities that you happen to walk into or were born into, whatever the case may be, everyone has their own life to live. And I think as long as you're not hurting anybody else, and hopefully not hurting yourself, it's perfectly fine. Realistically speaking, for the majority of people in the world, spending $160 on a character every 10 days is crazy. It's not a responsible thing for me to do in my position. With the money that I make from this, it's not responsible for me to do that for my family. Also, I have to retire at some point, which I 35, I have $0 in retirement, right? Because I put everything into the house and into our cars, stuff like that. So like I have assets, but the house is the biggest asset, which is why it's always infuriating when the fucking basement does stuff. Anyway, yeah. So after Odin, after Endgame Thanos, no more character offers. Unless we get a Captain Britain situation, in which case, just to be able to keep up with Crucible on the live server, I would get that, but it would be at the smallest level. I would probably, like, if Captain Britain was happening today, I would get the Captain Britain unlock, and I would buy one offer to have him at 5 stars, and that'd be it. There will always be a new Odin. The only reason I'm going for this Odin Last Avenger is because Scotty did 80% of the work. It's right there. If Scotty didn't do 80% of it, I wouldn't bother. And also, if a month from now Scotty wants to come back, I'm giving him this account again. It's here. I'm glad you had your time off. I'm glad if you want to come back, this is yours. I don't care that I spent money on Odin and all that. I'm just giving it back to Scotty. Houses are giant money pits? Yeah, but so we got our house for $310,000 before the market went crazy, right? And now it's, what do we owe left on it? I dump all my money into the house. I think we only owe like 80,000 left or something like that. And now it's worth like 600,000 or something like that. Because we got the roof done, we replaced all the windows, we got them to dig the weeping tiles, we replaced everything like that. The sub pumps are like, it's a house that shouldn't have any issues, but we have so much farmlands around us. And when we have like it's rained every day for like the last 7 days. So I stepped into my office today and I heard the dreaded squish. Fuck, man. That dreaded squish sound. So I'll rip the floor up, see what's going on. Like we just spent, what was it? When they ripped the basement up, that was a $28,000 repair, which was thankfully covered by insurance. And then we spent $12,000 for them to come in, dig the pits deeper, dig all around the house to make sure the weeping tiles and the foundations was all good, and it should all be good. So the fact that there's water under it is crazy. I've been out of WoW for a couple years, but I bought the new expansion to get back in. There's way more to do for way less money. Yes, we should play WoW together, by the way. Yeah, like we had a realtor come in, and she just straight up said, like, yeah, I could probably get you 600,000 for this house. And we were like, and we had a long conversation, and it ended with, oh wait, but then we'd be homeless, and we'd go buy a house where in the city. Oh well, we're gonna spend $1 million for a house half the size. No fucking shot. I grew up in the country. There was 40 people in my graduating class. I don't remember that there was 40 people in my graduating class. I remember all my best friends. I remember playing basketball. I remember playing football. I remember doing all these things. I had an amazing childhood. To me, there's no reason to go to the city so that they'd be in a bigger school because the opportunities were the same. And I did go to, I did from kindergarten to grade 6 in the city, so halfway through grade 6. And then grade 6, we moved to the country, so I did the other half of grade 6 in the country. There was no difference. High school, from 7 to 11, I was in the country, and then a team from Ottawa wanted me to come play football with them, so they ended up shuttling me to play football with them for the first semester of grade 12. So I did a semester in the city. And then after that semester was done, I went back to the country so I could play basketball. The difference with being in the city and being in the country is I never went to class in the city. I was a student athlete. I would go to football practice. I would sometimes sleep in classes, or there'd be kids like, we're going to so-and-so's house. We're gonna cut school for the first half of the day. You want to come? Yeah, of course. Let's fuck this shit. Let's go, right? And I don't care about accounting class or anything like that because I was stupid. And then when I went back to the country, what am I gonna do? Walk 40 fucking kilometers back home? The closest house to St. Francis Xavier, where I went to school, is like 4 kilometers. Nobody's doing that. So you end up going to classes. No, I can't skate. I'm too big to skate. Can't stop, I should say. I can skate. I can't stop. Unless there's a wall. I ended up doing really well in school. Like, I graduated with like a 92% overall. I was the valedictorian split with a girl who should not, like, I won the vote by everybody and everything like that, but they wanted it to be 2 people. Yeah, high school is great in the country. I see no reason why I would want to raise my kids in the city at all. A kilometer? Okay, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. As an adult, living in the city would be good. But I don't care about myself. I care about my kids. Call myself a Canadian, yeah. Recommend for DD6? Spider Society, Pure Carnage. Do all your Spider Society for DD6. Is there a Power Core leaderboard Monday? Probably. There seems to be a Power Core leaderboard all the time. Also, I like having a car. I liked having a car as a teenager, too. That's the real way to measure. A lot of things I default to feet for. Feet and inches. Yeah, sub out Ghost Spider, Carnage. You had Carnage done, your name's Pure Carnage. I get you. Don't do Ghost Spider, do the other 4. Yeah, Cosmic's the biggest struggle for sure. What am I doing? Am I just killing an hour before? Or should I try and get that tech video out? The problem is if I do the tech video now, maybe I have it done by 12. We have to repeat what we already talked about. And then I have do a blog review at 5. So many kids here just jump on their bikes and ride to where they need to be. It's great. When I grew up in the country, I would jump on my bike and I would bike half an hour to my friend's house. Sure, I could have died a bunch of times, but I didn't. Driving on country roads. Can you tell me, biking rather, can you tell me if my 4-star Shuri and Hank are usable in the next pocket dimension, or is it star gated? No, it's not star gated. It's gear gated. Get them to gear tier 18. No. No. They're not. There was a misconception of what the yellow star was suggesting. It's gear gated. Kai's my favorite character. He's a dope ass character. Did Ghost Fighter for City? It's fine. You can do Ghost Fighter for City. It's not a big deal. Your biking skills are really high. Yeah, see, this Falcrest is somebody who grew up just like me. Actually, yeah, he also moved back to the city there in his last year. I forget. Maybe we didn't as much because you were living with me then, so I had a friend Did we bike to Thomas's house together, Alex? In Castleman? Or you had the modded Xbox. Did we just fucking nerd out and mod Xbox all day? For the Pocket, just gear for the Legendary. From them, usually shitty point of view is Stargated. It's not going to be Stargated. Pocket Image is not going to be Stargated. It's going to be Gear Gated, which is a new thing that they're doing. It looks like up to Gear Tier 18 to beat the boss. Kingdom Hearts and basketball in front of your house. Yeah, okay. Before you moved in, I would bike to Thomas's house like every day. Which Spider Society helps the most for raids? So I also progress on that front. Sometimes I struggle. So Penny is the most important character for raids, followed by probably Peter, then Pav. Oh, biking in Holland? Oh, fuck yeah. That's, well, I'm what, 200 pounds heavier than I was in high school? That was not fun. Actually, no, it was fun. It was fun. I hadn't biked for like years, and I felt, you know how they say it's like riding a bike, you remember it? You don't. I was really good at riding my bike everywhere as a kid. Any sort of turn we had to do when we were biking through Holland, I felt like I was going to die. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm gonna die. Is it just me? Is this me, or is Mystic on Orcus much tougher than Tech? It can be if you put yourself in a bad situation. Both Tech and Mystic are super unforgiving if you put yourself in a bad situation. Yeah, it's just like riding a bike is a bullshit saying, by the way. That's not true. Like, literally riding a bike, you will forget it. Also, picking up an instrument is just like riding a bike. That's bullshit too. My saxophone's still here? Yeah. I bought a saxophone in high school. I was pretty decent at it. I don't know how to read music anymore. More GameCube's pretty good at my height. I'm a tall boy, but I'm starting to widen out too. I started going for, I don't want to say jogs, brisk walks in the morning. I started going for brisk walks in the morning. We're trying to level it out. Stop. I'm doing the intermittent fasting, which basically just coffee and brisk walks every morning with Lucas watching Paw Patrol in the freaking wagon. God, that kid wakes up so early, man. He woke me up at like 4:58 today. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Don't you know Daddy was up playing Blacksmith Wukong till midnight? What are you doing? 5 a.m. Yeah. Anyway, I'm stalling. I should be working. I should be getting some sort of work done. That's the downside of not living in the city, is I am nowhere near a gym. But also, it's probably saving me money because I just would never go to the gym. Oh, actually, me and my buddy are gonna be. We're gonna hang out. Like, I don't know, you guys. As an adult, I don't hang around with IRL friends enough. So we're gonna have a play date, a grown-up play date. Is there any co-op games for PS4 or for computer? Because I could bring my computer over there. We could LAN party it up. That you guys would suggest a couple grown adults play together while smoking copious amounts of weed. Tiny Tina, is that a game or is that just something you're saying? The no internet part of the country? I have great internet. Yeah. Diablo? Hell no. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Chained together? Getting Alice chained together with me would be hilarious. Yeah, that could be a fun one. It's a Borderlands type game? Alright. We played... did you play too, Alex? Destiny? Or was that Chris? I'm doxing you, by the way. Giving everyone your first name. Deal with it, nerd. The Devil's Lettuce? I don't seek it out or buy it, but we went to Amsterdam, we went hard on it. If I'm hanging out with friends, I'll definitely do it. You play Destiny? Okay, yeah. I also heard about It Takes Two. That could be fun. Destiny devs are killing the 5th game, and it makes you sad. I would have loved to play Destiny. I'm gonna have a new rule, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna have to be something like games that don't end, I can't play anymore. WoW and Marvel Strike Force will be the exception, but like, and I guess Marvel Rivals. Shit, that's too many. But like, I want to play more games like Black Myth Wukong, where there's a beginning, there's an end. I could say that game was awesome, and I shelve it until 10 years from now when I open up Steam, like, oh shit, I want to play Black Myth Wukong. Like, I want to stop playing these live service games. There's just too much. It's too much. Deep Rock Galactic is a great co-op game for PS4. Okay. Here, let me write these down. Let me open the notepad. Deep Rock. There's Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Chained Together. I don't know if Alex would like Chained Together. It's a platformer game, Alex. It's super hilarious. Helldiver. I don't know if you have Helldivers. I could play some Helldivers, but I don't think I'm gonna make a day out of it. Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, that would be a fun game for us to play together, actually. All right, let me do this off in case it's graphic. Oh, cool. V Rising. Okay, and we're still talking about co-op games, right? Baldur's Gate 3 is PS5 only. Well, we would play it on the computer. Power World. Power World would be a really fun game to nerd out on for the day. Nerd. Heroes of Might and Magic is what I'm looking forward to. I think we played that game once, didn't we, Alex? Baldur's Gate 3 having all platforms. There you go. I would want to play it on the computer, I think. Actually, Baldur's Gate 3, the problem is it's so slow-paced. I'm like a... So, Alex... correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. You like story. I race through content. Which is something I'm going to fight against myself when it comes to new trailers released for what? Oh, Here's My Magic, a new one. He also suggested we could play actual Magic cards, which might be something we could do. Or we could pretend we're teenagers and get super stoned, and then we'll go to the mall and go to Colonel's Popcorn. Yeah. There is something I'm unnecessarily excited for. And that is WWE coming to Netflix. I can't watch something that plays on cable TV. It's never gonna happen again for me. Streaming services have spoiled me. There's no shot I'll be like, Monday I need to watch this at that time. I've been getting so much WWE content pushed into my shorts that I think I might actually give it a try when it comes to Netflix next year. Especially if they go back to like Attitude Era stuff. Deadpool Wolverine Stone? I saw the movie, I liked it. I think so, Dementos. I don't know why. Well, you can always use a VPN. They already said WWE Netflix will go back to 18A rating. Nice. Get a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, some pizza, and load up OG Modern Warfare. We played a lot of Modern Warfare 3 together. If they don't say fuck it first. I don't want them to be edgy for edgy's sake. I think it'd be edgy because it fits into the story. You know what I mean? If you overdo it, it becomes the gimmick wears off if they overdo it. But that's pretty. I think it's pretty cool. And I'll definitely watch it with my kids. My wife already said I'm not allowed to watch with my kids. The second she says I want to go see my grandma for the evening, or I'm gonna go do this cakes bullshit, we're watching WWE, me and the kids, and we're gonna fight, and I'm gonna give them body slams and power bombs onto the couch. Ooh, Jesus, when you said that, Juventud Guerrero came into my mind. I don't know why. I definitely have fond memories of the cruiserweights in WCW days. Goldberg was always so epic to watch, but also boring, right? Yeah, I was big into WCW. I like The Rock. Hollywood Rock was a lot of fun. I don't know anything about anything past the Attitude Era. I stopped watching because I was doing like college, and well, I wasn't doing college. I was paying for college and playing League of Legends for a few years there, so I stopped watching wrestling altogether. There you go, Chaos. That's definitely the right call. The lady is screaming we won't have wrestling in this house anymore. There you go. DX fan? I missed the DX era. So I was like a WCW faithful as a kid for some reason. And then when that folded, then I started watching WWE. And I think that's why I like Rock, because that's when Rock... He wasn't Hollywood Rock then. Whatever he was then, right? I turned 35. I turned 35 a week ago, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. Would you go full max diamonds and ultimates? Yeah, I did, because diamonds are cheap enough. It was a lot of fun. I was attempting to get my major in pure math. It was an honors degree of pure mathematics at the University of Ottawa. I got through 3 years of it, and then the League of Legends. It was a 5-year program. The League of Legends addiction kicked in, and then my life went to shit. My life actually went to shit because of League of Legends. And then I moved out west, did the oil rig stuff for a bit, got really fat, and met Val. I got thin for a second there. I got fit again because I was playing football out west. Met Val, started working as a manager at a warehouse, came back home, was doing the truck stuff because I had to get my trucking license to work in the oil field industry, and now I'm doing this. So it's been a wild ride. It says use cores today. Oh, for Thanos maybe? Not very many. Is it for the math degree? Well, I got to ring theory, which is like a branch off of algebra, and I was really good at math. I was really good at the arithmetic of it, of ordinary differential equations, ODE, I think is what we called that class. The calculus side of math, I was really good at. The algebra side, I was decent enough at that I was able to skirt by and pass all the exams and pass all the tests while still not really doing anything besides cramming at the last minute. But then when we got to this one class, ring theory, it was the first class I ever failed. And when I failed it, I put very little effort into school. I just happened to be good at problem solving, so I guess that helped me with math, right? When I failed the ring theory class, everything in my life shut down. I was like, okay, I'm a failure. Done! League of Legends all day. I was a bouncer, played League of Legends, and that was it. They're releasing DD8 and Odin like this so they can start putting Mephisto in content. Ooh, maybe Gorilla. What were they planning to do with mathematics? Teach. In high school, I dated... What was his role? I dated this girl. Her father was not the guidance counselor. He'd help you like plan your future or whatever. But he also had a master's degree in physics. And teachers in Canada make bank. And they get a lot of time off. And it's all I knew because like besides the semester I spent in the city, all of my time was at school. Like I said, we couldn't bike. We weren't going to bike like kilometers away. So teaching felt like a really cushy job for me. So I went to the pure mathematics program, and that was the goal. Triple integrations and spherical coordinations. Triple integrations, that's very basic, isn't it? Spherical coordinations. Oh, in spherical coordinations. No. If you had continued as a math major and not become a streamer, would you? Yes. I'd be making a lot more money right now. Canadian teachers own a few airports? They're owned by Ontario's Teachers Pension Plan. One thing I've learned as an adult... I'm not going to say it. Never mind. One thing I've learned as an adult, married to a teacher, and have worked in the labor industry, it's a good job, and there's very little to complain about, but they never shut the fuck up. I'm sorry I said it. I said I wasn't going to say it, but I said it. Listen, if you're making higher end 5 digits, low end 6 digits, you get 2 fucking months off at the best time of year. You never have to worry about having to work on Christmas or Thanksgiving or any holiday. Your job, if you have it, like you major math, you would teach math, you would teach the same shit every year. No, you're not doing prep. Yes, you have to like grade assignments and stuff like that. You get a whole. It's a good job. Okay? It's a good job. There's very little to complain about, in my opinion. And yet, every year, every second year, like clockwork, all of a sudden everyone's got to take time off to keep their kids at home because teachers are on fucking strike, even though they have one of the best pensions. Okay. American teaching is a different thing. I hear American teachers get shafted. Took 2.5 years off this game and stopped playing phone games altogether. I'm back because my friends came back. I already feel like I'm being catching up pretty well. I do not regret the break. Right on, Ash. Yeah, the game is in a better place than ever to catch up. Do a data science boot camp or something. Put your math skills to the use. I forgot everything. Just like I forgot how to read music. Just like I forgot how to ride a bike. I don't remember anything from math. What are your thoughts on Hargrave? I feel like he... Oops. I feel like he just spreads bad game advice. He kind of annoys... I think a lot of content creators do how you feel Hargrave does. I'm not going to say that's what Hargrave does, but I think a lot of content creators are like that. Meanwhile, teaching American make 35K your best. Yeah, see, that's different. That's a different thing. I got a degree in math. Ring theory was weird. I was not prepared to do math. That was logic-based and not calculations-based. I think that might have been the problem, too, for me, Ash. I couldn't wrap my head around it. How do you remember all the speeds of the characters? Just good with numbers? Yeah, I think I have a memory for that kind of thing, I guess. American teachers need a very expensive degree for a surprisingly low income. It's a shame. Yeah, so the American teacher system and the Canadian teacher system are not the same. The parents and kids are horrible. That is the difference, though. Parents and kids are really bad compared to when I was a kid. Where does a teacher get high 5 digits? What was it? When I was living out west, it was like 2014 to 17 or something like that. The starting salary for a teacher was $70,000. And it would go up to, I think, 125. I know you like what you're doing, but if you are good at problem solving, you should get into coding. I did a coding class at Algonquin, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I've taken probability and stats. I did really well in those. Probability is fun. Yeah, probability was a lot of fun. But again, I forgot everything. Maybe if I were to revisit it a little bit, it'd be okay. Actually, I forgot that. I took electrician courses for 1.5 years at Algonquin too. Algonquin College in Ottawa after coming back. But it wasn't for me. In the Video Gamer, you mentioned Mythic Raid Thanos passive was nerfed, but last night he wiped my 100 Gear Tier 18 Bifrost from full health. Yeah, but if in my video, I also showed what a Gear Tier 18 Thanos passive, I showed what that difficulty 3 Thanos did to my Gear Tier 18 7 Red Star characters, and it was very little damage. So I think they juiced it up from what it was on the playtest. I can pull that video up and show you. Because yeah, somebody else was mentioning that earlier, and I think the playtest just was scuffed. Also, it seems to me it could just be the speed that Northstar has in raids messing with my head, but it seemed to me like Northstar is coming in with preloaded turn bar. He's got ads right now? Okay. Is it his ultimate wipes the characters or his passive? His passive does nothing. His ultimate, I'm sure, does a lot of damage. Twitch chat, let me know when you're out of ads. Yeah, okay, let me get this video. Okay, that video's good. I gotta sit on my ass all day collecting my retirement and play Strike while also getting paid to go to school. There we go, man, Fetty. That's the way to do it. 70K in Canada is like 50K in the States. It's the same they make in Virginia, 50K to 90K. Yeah, I guess that's true. Though, Gorilla Den, what doesn't come through... So, American money is worth more than Canadian money on the global stage. But your houses cost more than Canadian houses do. So our money still goes further in Canada than your money goes in the States, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'd be fun, Nemesis. All right, you're at... Okay, so here. I'm just going to get rid of the chat for a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. This is me and Mobile talking. Not anymore. It just takes your buffs away now. It's kind of like the Black Knight on the Bio Boss node.
When did they change it? Because I played it. Are they going to change it?
It's been changed. If you go in there now and you push him, yes, his passive will wipe all your buffs away, but he's not going to kill you.
I got killed by him. So okay, well that's cool.
Here, let's see. We got him low here. Watch the damage it does. This is difficulty 1, but just watch the damage that it does. So he's going to get pushed there. He takes the buffs away. He didn't even scratch the barrier. I know this is difficulty 1. I've done it on difficulty 3. It's not doing damage anymore because that was an issue. Just to be clear, this is now difficulty 3. Look at Gladiator. He's 1.3, or sorry, 1.305 million. Where if you went on the left side, he was one-shotting Mephistos with his passive. So I believe that maybe based on feedback, they changed that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just remember being a bad experience. I didn't know that it was changed, but yeah, I was like, holy moly.
Yeah.
And so that he's going to be the next Doom.
Oh, he's definitely the next Doom. Guys, so Thanos, he's coming out tomorrow or something? I forget when he's coming out based on when...
Friday.
You see? You see how he did no damage? So that was the Thanos passive hit. You guys saw how he did nothing, right? Whoops, that's not right. This one. So you guys saw that? He gets pushed.
So that he's gonna be the...
So this is difficulty 3. You can tell by the power level at the top right corner. Thanos gets pushed. His passive takes all of our buffs away. And you can see it's hitting for very little. Not even 1 million damage. Not even enough to take the barrier off. So are you guys saying that his passive is one-shotting you? Or is it when he does his ultimate? Because they look similar, they do similar effects. Manfetti, thank you so much for the gift of subs! You're the best! Appreciate you. I'm not gonna have enough time to do this tech video. I should have done that a lot sooner. Maybe they changed some. They added speedbar on spawn for Northstar. That's kind of where I was. I don't like getting conspiratorial for conspiratorial's sake, but it certainly feels that way, doesn't it? I feel like I found a lot of solutions on the playtest to the raid, and I communicated those because I wanted to give people who view a head start. There you go. because I wanted to give the appropriate feedback, but also because I wanted to help inform other envoys who may not try out-of-the-box things. Because I didn't try out-of-the-box things until Benny Westside told me to. And Benny flipped a switch at me. I'm like, all right, stop thinking like a Scopely developer and think like a regular player. So maybe I should stop doing that. Not 100% sure. True, it's based on where you live. You can get a house on 1 acre, 2,400 square feet in South Dakota for $60K, but $250K in rural. Yeah, like, city versus country is way different on the pricing too. Yeah, I might have to stop giving feedback though. I might have to stop saying like, hey guys, try this instead. You know, Ares Awakened Passive. So I had to go to them and be like, hey guys, Ares Awakened Passive isn't active on the playtest. Could you try and activate this so I can do testing? Because it seems like this could be a solution. And then all of a sudden, the North Star on that node seems to be going a lot faster than he did before. Like, as soon as he spawns in. It could be a turn order thing. It could be because I'm not using Ares, so the turn sequence is a little bit different. We'll have to wait and see. But that is a conspiracy thing that I don't want to sign off on right away. I assumed it was just a passive. I noticed my buffs disappeared, and then my team was dead in an instant. Didn't look like another action occurred. I'll try and get a vid next raid in case it happens again. Just wanted to mention it in case others were running to the same thing. For sure, Burley. Yeah, definitely. If you do capture it and it is the passive, send it to me. When I'm doing these attacks, he's not actually getting a turn. Because I'm one-shotting him. With I'm either one-shotting him with Vol ult into him having defense down as a raider. Or, on the boss node, I'm using Death Pool 5 charge hit to kill him. Kinda, Jax. I do want to test what Gorilla Dan was talking about with Kang, Penny, Mysterio, Goblin, Doc Ock before I put anything out. The Mystic members... On what team? Oh, Steven said something. Steven said... It's way up here. Why don't I see what Steven said? Did I, like, accidentally... Yeah, did I, like, accidentally remove him from this, but not from regular chat? No, so I don't... It's not appearing on the restream. So I tried to click a link that Steven sent... on the restream, the thing that you guys see on the screen, and I hit a drop-down menu. Add to block list in restream chat. Okay, I accidentally blocked Steven here. How do I take that away? Appearance analyze Discord filter about... Is it filtering, maybe? Oh, there we go. Okay, I unshadowbanned Steven. Yeah. I accidentally shadow banned Steven in the restream chat. Whoops. So I missed what he said. Hold on. What team? Benny found a non-Bifrost team that works. I'm wondering who the members are. Well, it's not Captain Marvel. Alright, so he's using Eternal's Death Pool and Dorm. And Death Pool. Eternal's Vol. Okay, so there's lots of Turbine to rewind. There's lots of energy happening. This is the Incursion raid. Did you mean to link an Incursion raid, or did you mean to link Orcus? Oh, it's for Incursion. Okay, okay. Alright, maybe I'll go get some food before this meeting then. Is T-Dubs streaming yet? Not yet. Damn it, T-Dubs. When does T-Dubs normally boot up? Here, actually, I want to do a poll with you guys. Can I do a poll in Restream? I don't think I can. /poll. What are we doing post-meeting pre-blog? And the options are going to be Black Myth Wukong or WoW Early Access War Within. T-Dub's out today? Damn it. I don't want to leave you guys. I'll just bring you into the meeting, okay? I'm sure they won't have a problem with that. So it's not ideal to jump into Node 2 until you have some of your energy built up for Vol or Death Pool. I jumped into difficulty 3 on Node 2. One lane for the group, Mephisto, Bifrost don't do well. Yeah, if you don't have your energy, it's really problematic. What you can do, John, though, is you can go in with Loki and Sylvie. Loki will give the energy to Sylvie. You'll be able to rewind everybody, and you'll still get 2 turns off before the enemy does. And then you should probably back out before they heal it all up and go back in. I got my controller to work for Black Myth Wukong. I replayed everything I did so far. It took me half the time. It's way better on controller. Way better. Also, I got this added in, so I'll make the video today, but it'll probably go out tomorrow morning. I'll try, Gorilla Dan's thing too. Yeah, so this is my tech solution, which looks like it'll be about 40 energy for the first 2 nodes. Buster Rams, got you all in check. There we go. So yeah, we'll try the Gorilla Dan thing on difficulty 3 and see how it goes. Something yesterday in War Input, only sus against full Spider Society as a test battle against my friend, 1 million Spider Society and sus 1. There you go. Full Bifrost clears both nodes in Orcus, even difficulty 3. Really, Scott? That's super surprising to me. Full Bifrost was getting destroyed for me. I'll try it. The problem with the playtest is there's no diamonds or anything, right? So how big is your... Are you like 3 diamonds across the board, Scott? My tech solution, purchase a new team, that is a very viable solution. And it's what I think everyone will do in the end anyway. But until that team comes out, here's a way you can get through it without, like, crushing your cores. Alright, so we're going to do Black Myth Wukong when we come back. I might veto that and do WoW Early Access. I really want to. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to do the blog later today. For now, though, I think I'll go grab some food. Is anybody streaming Marvel Strike Force? We got a Spanish speaker, and that's it. 1 diamond, all Bifrost, except for my Beta Ray, is only 6 stars, but he's healer. Are you talking about Incursion? You're talking about Orcus. You're talking about Orcus. Interesting. If you got a recording of that, Scott, send it my way. I'd love to see it. Flint is on? Why don't I see Flint? Oh, because I have him banned. So I do not see him. You raid Obidabs? Where's Obidabs? Will the raid thing show me him? I don't think this will even show it to me. What's his Twitch name? Like, what's his channel called? Verbatim. Oh, I see Flint. All right, we'll raid Flint. Okay, guys, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I'll be back in like, I don't know, maybe 3 hours. I'll go get some food. I've got my meeting. I'll record that tech video, and then I'll come back on to stream. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day. Bye for now. Later.